This is Mark Summers, and I double dare you to listen to the 3CT podcast.
Hi, boys. How we doing?
Hi, everybody.
It's a Tuesday. We got nothing on the agenda for today because I'm tired. I'm tired, Mark.
You're tired. You had a lot going on with the Bears.
There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Matt, did you have a nice Father's Day this past weekend?
Did. Very nice.
Mark,
relaxing Sunday.
Mark, how about you? Your kids are gone for Father's Day.
Yes, they're going, and it sucked, Jim.
I believe that.
Quite frankly, my Father's Day sucked.
Well, you're probably gonna spend it with OG, ain't you?
Yeah.
I had to work.
Oh,
Oh my God.
that place is open for Father's Day.
It shouldn't be. But I did get to see the OG, and he's doing well. He had a good Father's Day.
Good.
We got him a nice outdoor recliner for Avoidance Island. AI. It's beautiful this time of year.
I can't even.
Guys, Mark, I need you to close your ears. Okay, you ready? Okay.
Yes.
I secretly love Avoidance Island.
Are you serious?
I think it's the smartest thing that Mark has ever said. Okay, you can take the earmuffs off now.
You look so happy.
Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Holy cats. Thanks, Smokey.
Should have keep those earmuffs on, Mark. I warned you.
You hurt my ears. You can't be saying that.
Can't be saying that.
Avoidance Island. There are no real-world alerts on Avoidance Island.
Oh
is there any pasta on Avoidance Island?
There is no pasta on Avoidance Island, Smokey. How I say pasta.
Do we just...
There is no pasta.
Was I not here for this pasta bit? Was like that on a week I was off?
No, it was a freaking... It's a rip-off of a fucking
Family Feud.
bit.
There is no pasta.
Oh, the worst thing that can happen at a wedding is there is no pasta.
Yeah, but with the accent, there's no pasta.
Thick accent. It's like, there's no pasta.
But somebody already had said there was no food. So Steve's like, I don't know what you don't understand. We've already said no
I
food.
saw the episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, we didn't have to describe it.
There is no pasta, Matthew. Remember that happened to you once. You were lit. Matt was fit to be tied with the lack of pasta.
Oh.
Pasta.
We can just stop it now, right? I mean,
we
we
probably
never said we have to do an hour Tuesday episode.
I mean, that's true.
We've checked in.
That is true.
Hope everybody's all right. Did I just lose Mark, or did everybody lose Mark?
Mark's
Everyone's cameras have been going in and out for me, so I thought it was just me.
I was gonna say Matt's a little frozen at times.
That's upset.
Mark's camera is just completely off.
So I did realize that I was not in the actual... I was on Wi-Fi and not hardwired. That's why I went away on Thursday.
Well, I'm sorry.
Hardwired to self-destruct.
That's me logging in for this damn podcast every effing week.
just waiting. Just waiting for the opportunity.
That's the truth, Ruth.
Smoke, do you have your book nearby?
Yeah, but I forgot how to read.
Oh man. Hi, my name's Jared. I'm 17 years old, and I forgot how to read.
I got my book right now. I remembered how to read again. I just look at the words and it makes sense to me.
Ooh.
Can I just ask for the lowest number that hasn't been picked?
Number 5.
Really? We haven't picked 5.
What is the next concert you have tickets for?
Hootie.
Hootie. Are we all on the Hootie?
I believe everybody else is Hootie, right? Yeah. Old Hoots.
Concerts, Matt. How are the Stones, man?
Oh, yeah.
I will talk about this, but I'm going to hop out and hop in on a different device.
Okay.
That works.
That's understandable.
I was looking up some Hootie and the Blowfish, their set list, They're doing some covers on their sets this year. It looks like they're doing 2 of the Darius Rucker country songs, but they're
Wagon
doing a
Wheel.
cover of Wagon Wheel and All Right are the 2 that I've seen reappearing on their set lists. But Hootie the Blowfish did a cover of Losing My Religion, the REM song, which is pretty neat. They're doing a cover of Interstate Love Song, which actually sounds really good. I looked up a version of that. Really a good cover. What was the other cover they were doing? Oh, they just released as a single For What It's Worth, the Buffalo Springfield song.
Oh, yeah.
It's beautiful this time you're out in Buffalo Springfield.
Yeah, they released that like 3 weeks ago as one of their songs. So they're doing those 3 covers. Let's see here.
I like this, Smokey. I like it a lot. Now they have
Hey, what can I do? The Zeppelin song. They were covering that.
Okay.
They got.
I'm pretty excited. And then the Collective Soul set's a pretty solid set as well. Looks to be not changing.
What about Edwin McCain?
He does like 5 songs.
Okay.
And it's 2 you know and 3 you don't.
All around the world,
Oh, man, I think that one's worse.
That's not Edwin McCain.
same guy.
I don't
the
think-
same guy.
That's Della Mitri.
Is that Della Reese?
Della Mitri.
Della Reese
Del Rio.
Yeah, Della Reese.
from Touched by an
She's
Angel?
Touched by Angel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's Roll to Me by Della Mitri.
Rose smoke.
Okay, so I have a question for the audience.
Yes.
2-part question, but the questions don't line up. They
Okay.
don't go with each other. So part 1, I was asking Big Jim before the show. We had some time, and heaven forbid, heaven forbid that the Hershey Bears fall 3-0 to the Chattanooga Choo Choos or the Chattahoochee Wallbangers or whatever the fuck.
Coachella Valley Firebirds.
The Coachella Coochie Coos, those guys, would you still go to a watch party for your favorite team if you knew you were down 3-0 at a possible game 4 or at game 4?
So
Would you rather have the opportunity to be heartbroken in front of a bunch of people you don't know, or in the comfort of your own home with popcorn and underwear?
The watch
Just
parties
underwear.
were super fun last year. I really enjoyed them. The Bears ended up winning out in Coachella Valley, specifically. So, like, the watch party, man, if it's at a restaurant that late at night, I would probably want to stay home. If it's at the Giant Center and you're watching it on like the big screen where the Bears play specifically, I would still want to go to the watch party.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm one. Yeah,
But if it's like, hey, let's come up to Aruga's in Hummelstown and everybody cram into there, I'd
Beautiful
probably
this
just
time of
skip
year,
out
by
on
the
that.
way.
I like Aruga's. I don't need
Love
a
it.
packed Aruga's at 10 o'clock at night in Hummelstown. The Haas's may be a different story.
Yes.
yeah, I mean, for me too, I think it would depend. Like if my pops wants to go, because like he met us at the watch parties last year. So that's always like a little added bonus to see the old man, watch
Now-
games with the old man. So
Jimmy, do they charge you to go in there? Or is it
no, you park for free and everything.
You should come up and enjoy with us, Mark. It'll be a hoot.
free? I'd like to. Where are we sitting?
That means he's not going.
Well, they
You
haven't
can sit in the
even
club seats.
at at time of recording. The rumor is that they haven't even formally announced them yet. I assume they'll do them because I don't think Giant Center has any events this week. So
No, I think
I might-
Melanie Martinez is the next concert, and that's in a couple weeks, I believe.
Good old Melanie. She's
I thought she worked for Ring of Honor.
Is that her name, Mark?
yes.
You would
Yeah,
know.
Melanie Martinez. She's relatively popular.
and then they have the Tucker Carlson show coming up.
Tucker's
Oh, I
coming.
saw that.
God.
I went to school with Melanie Martinez. Not that one, but a Melanie Martinez.
Well, Reading
Thought
has
you were-
something like that too with Tim Tebow. That's more churchy, I think. It's like Tim Tebow and one of the guys from Duck Dynasty.
God,
And like Brian Dawkins happens to be there too.
God, remember when Duck Dynasty was a thing?
Oof.
Oof.
I never watched it, but I'm
Try to forget.
Yeah.
So I have a. Here's the second part of
Oh
my
yes,
two-part question.
Two-part question.
I'm not a poor,
Okay.
but I have realized that I might have too many subscription services.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Is this an ad?
No, this is not an ad. So I'm asking if I were to try to make a decision between Spotify or Sirius XM. Or do you feel that they're so vastly different that it's worth keeping both?
What do you primarily
I am a-
listen to on Sirius?
90s on 9, 80s on 8, the Covers channel, Fly, so the Fly radio.
So do they not
What
have
else?
stations
Turbo.
of any of those genres on Spotify?
They do, but I like the idea of it being like a radio. I love radio. Like
Yes.
in general, the radio is amazing. What I hate about radio is ads. And you don't really have that with XM.
No.
And I like being able to just turn on a station and know that, like, okay, this is all 80s music. And it's going to be literally 9 songs you know and love, and 1 song that sucks, and then repeat.
But also, possible dumb question.
Sure.
If you are paying for Spotify, you don't get ads on Spotify, right?
Correct. And Spotify is mostly a podcast. A podcast thing for me.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of my podcasts there. But also too, like, that's where I also get all my albums. Like, if I want to listen to the new Metallica or if I want to listen to the new anything, like, I immediately go to Spotify, as opposed to like buying an album and playing it.
Tim, you're getting in your car to drive to Lancaster to call a wrestling show.
Yep.
What are you listening to on the way to Lancaster?
I'm going to answer your question with a question. Am I up to date on all of my podcasts?
I'm going to answer your question with a question. Are you up to date on all of your podcasts?
So I only have 2 more podcasts that I listen to on the regular, and they both drop. Oh, now we're weebly wobbly, timey wimey. Okay, so if it's this weekend, I will have had 1, 2, 3.
It is
4
right now.
podcasts.
The wrestling show is in however long it is from you to get from your house to Lancaster.
So an hour
right
and a
now.
half. Yep.
Do the
Right now.
podcasts
If
that you
I-
listen to drop on on a specific day of the week?
Yes.
Okay, what day of the weeks do they drop on?
So I would have 1 that drops on 2 that drop on Tuesday, 1 that drops on Wednesdays, and 2 that drop on Friday.
It
Okay.
sounds like you need to listen to 5 less podcasts and just go with SiriusXM.
And so the wrestling show's on a Saturday, so you're probably doing podcasts, I would assume.
Unless I had a slow day at work and I could listen to podcasts and not, or I can listen to podcasts and not be interrupted.
What's the cost of SiriusXM? How do you subscribe yearly or monthly?
Monthly.
So it's what, the $7 a month sort of thing?
I think it's like $7.99 or
Yeah,
something.
you do that old gimmick
And
where you
what's
threaten.
Spotify? Well, you sign in for a year, but you subscribe for a year, but you pay monthly or whatever, right? What's Spotify?
So Spotify, I pay for a duo plan. So both me and my wife.
Well, cut her off and save yourself some money.
Spotify is
Yeah, make her pay for one.
Spotify is $15.89 a month.
So we're talking $23.89.
So you
a
pay
month.
twice as much for Spotify as you do for Sirius, do you listen to twice as much Spotify in a month that you do Sirius XM?
Probably, yeah.
Well, then stop being poor and just keep them both.
Yeah. So from what I'm hearing, if you absolutely are going to cut one, you would probably cut Sirius, and you could find your if you want to listen to music, just a general like genre station or something, you can find that on Spotify. But because it sounds like you're spending more time on Spotify than you are with Sirius.
It sounds like you're going to be disappointed with listening to music through Spotify because you like the radio feel.
Well, the beauty
that Sirius gives you.
The beauty is when he cancels Sirius, they're going to offer him a deal $3 a month for 12 months. So if he wants to come back, he will be able to come back even cheaper.
That's a fair point.
But then I'm going to play that same game 3 months from now.
Yeah. So cool. We have a podcast topic 3 months from now.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Like I keep Sirius because I primarily use Sirius to listen to Howard Stern. Like when Howard actually retires, like that's going to be the point where I decide, am I going to keep this or not?
And I kind of don't tell anybody. I kind of like Busted Open.
Dude.
Jim's admitted that to me privately.
No.
Yes, you have, Jim.
I have listened to Busted Open.
Dave LaGreca's voice sends chills down my spine.
Dude,
in
no.
a good way.
I'm not Charlie. A couple weeks ago, I'd caught up on all my podcasts. Howard Stern had the week off, and I was mowing the yard, and I'm like, what am I going to listen to? All right, I'm going to throw on today's episode of Busted Open. And it takes me, I don't know, half an hour-ish to mow my yard. And the whole time, he is just ripping on AEW. Like, this would have been the episode for me to be like, you know what? This LaGreca guy, he's good.
He gets it.
He's good. He gets it. And I just hated all 35 minutes because he's just doing that, like, screaming Dave LaGreca thing into his, what I assume is a headset microphone that's even cheaper than Mark's. And it was just awful. I couldn't. I hated it.
He does actually use a headset mic.
I know he does. I know he does. And it's awful. I can't. Like, I can't take Dave LaGreca. I really can't. It doesn't matter. Because that used to be the theory, right? Is that I only hated it because he used to rip on WWE nonstop. But I don't even like him when he's ripping on AEW.
You were a hater.
Well, that too. Man, it just... I can.
The dude's paid his dues.
Time after time.
All right, somebody give Ryan another number out of the book.
The next lowest number we have.
Number 6.
6.
Right next to 5. What is your favorite season of the year? Real quick.
Fall.
Yes, all at the same time so nobody hears you.
Fall.
Everybody said fall. Mark's still thinking about it. There's only 4 to pick from.
Well, I want to say fall, but I think it's got to be spring because all the flowers come back and it's beautiful.
Spring.
Well, you are a spring flower guy.
I'm a spring flower guy, Jimmy.
Ryan, what's your answer?
Fall. I'm a fall guy. Followed by summer. I want it to be warm. Let me go to the beach.
Summer.
I'm a sausage guy.
That too.
All right. Matt or Mark, give Ryan another number out of the book.
7.
We did 7 already.
Next time.
Curses.
Number 8.
No, nice. There we go.
You're making a sandwich. What's your favorite type of bread to use?
Ooh.
What kind of sandwich?
Favorite type of bread for a sandwich?
I'm gonna go like just a hoagie roll, like a
Hoagie.
Hulk Hoagie.
Hulk hoagie.
Peanut butter
roll.
and jelly sandwich.
White. Good old white bread.
White.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go white bread. Like, it's not sexy, but it just works with every
It
sandwich.
works with everything. That's
That's
what
true.
I
Yes.
thought. Matt is
I'm
lost
more
in
of a-
space.
I'm more of a rye guy, honestly.
Oh,
He likes it right.
Rye. He's gonna get it rye.
Monday night rye.
Rye. Too rye.
That's a t-shirt.
Too rye.
Mark, give Smoke a number,
I like wheat.
or give him your bread and then a number.
Wheat. Wheat. How about number 9?
Do you like oatmeal?
Absolutely not.
Sure do.
I like baked oatmeal.
Ooh.
You like it baked.
Mark, do you have a cane in your hand?
Yes.
Fucking hell.
God damn it. Why are you threatening Kirby with it?
He sleeps.
You sleep.
Oh, there he's got that hat with a bite mark out
Oh,
of it.
that's stupid shit, right? And I forgot that was a bit last week
It was a bit.
or 2 weeks ago.
Kirby's sleeping like a good little boy.
Yeah, I'm more of a I enjoy oatmeal. I'm more of a winter oatmeal guy though. It's like a cold weather. It's a cold weather
Yes.
breakfast.
Jimmy, you like the oatmeal cream pies, though, don't you?
Oh, absolutely.
You love a good
About
old
the
cream.
oatmeal.
He loves a good old cream pie.
Diabetes.
Diabetes.
I was thinking a different type of cream pie there.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Let's run down one of these guys from Chat GPT. Do we want to do wrestling, food, movie snacks, or comedy movies?
Oh.
Let's go with the movie theme this time.
All right. Let's do the comedy.
So
Do comedy movies.
Comedies.
Comedies.
Comedy's nuts.
Comedies
This
nuts.
is
No,
Chat
matter.
GPT made this, right? So
Yes.
I assume first one will be Philadelphia versus the pianist.
Just the most tragic movies.
Shawshank Redemption versus
Feel good movie of the year: Shawshank versus Philadelphia. No, first one.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Jesus Christ. All right, first one. Parody films: Airplane versus Spaceballs. Ryan.
There's only one parody film I give a shit about. But I'll have to go with Airplane here.
All right, Matt.
I do love Airplane, but only in Star Wars parody with Spaceballs.
All right, Mark.
I have to go with Airplane.
I believe that. Now you were about 30 when that came out.
Yes. I took Hillbilly to see it in the theater.
I believe that. Tim.
Keep your hands to yourself.
What was the parody for Airplane?
Yeah, parody might not be the right term.
Yeah, I don't know if parody.
Right, because
It's just a parody of everything, I think.
Yeah, I think it's more of like a social commentary, maybe.
like lethal, like
Maybe more of a spoof.
Naked Gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Naked Gun came from that.
Right. So just by the
It
question,
draws-
my
it-
answer.
So it draws a lot of elements from the
Disaster films.
from the Airport series. There was a series of movies called Airport. Specifically Airport 1975 is where they pulled a lot
Okay.
from. So it's more of
still
more of
picking
like a
Spaceballs.
spoof. It's kind of more in the lines of like the scary movies because it does pull a lot from other things. But
Spaceballs.
Shake it down to 19.
what was your answer, Tim?
Space Balls.
Yeah, I'm going Airplane on that one.
I don't think I've ever seen Airplane.
Who does it better?
Surely you're not serious.
And don't call me Shirley.
Holy
That's
cow.
Airplane, right? Yeah,
Yeah, that's
God.
right here.
it's Airplane.
Airplane's so fucking good.
You've seen
Picture wrong
enough
dead,
of it.
quit sniffing glue.
See how easy it is to just pretend that you watch something on a weekly basis, and
Do
then
you like gladiator movies? It's so good.
Yes.
The older I got, the more I appreciated Leslie Nielsen's comedy. I really did.
Dude,
Yeah.
Like it's
I do
definitely
love
grown.
Leslie Nielsen.
I really did.
fucking
I
brilliant.
mean, maybe even like 5-10 years ago, I'd have been like, God, this is just so dumb and dry. But I've accepted it and really enjoy it now.
It was too
That's
dry.
when I developed my drinking problem.
Oh,
Oh.
poor Matthew.
Who does it better, British comedy versus American comedy? Right.
What was it? Who has better orthodontics? I'm gonna say American comedy.
All right, Matt.
Yeah, I mean, American comedy is a little bit more like lowbrow slapstick, and British is kind of patting themselves on the back comedy. So, give me the slapstick.
All right, Mark.
I'm sorry if this upsets anybody, but I'm not a big fan of the British comedy.
Wow.
And I'm
Sorry
sorry
if that upset anyone. Everyone's
Mark.
picked Americans. So.
All right, well, my
Isn't it?
ex used to she used to like the
Oh, you
British
don't like
comedy.
Mr. Bean, huh, Mark?
No, actually, I don't. He'd go to
Terrorist.
hell. He'd go right to hell. You hear that, Mr. Bean?
That's the feud I didn't know I needed in 2024. Mark versus Mr. Bean.
kind of caught me
Rowan
off guard.
Atkinson.
Don't fucking drop his real name here.
That's Mr.
Is
Bean.
it Rowan or Roman? It's Roman,
Ro-
right?
Rowan.
Rowan.
It's Rowan.
It's
It's
Rowan.
Rowan.
I was right the first time.
It's Mr. Bean.
You're fucking Mr. Bean.
He probably is.
Ryan's still looking for Mr. Bean.
Poor
That's a
Smokey.
whole nother movie series.
Searching for Mr. Bean.
Starring that, Patricia Pulaski that we were talking about on Thursday?
Nah, Patricia O'Neill.
Peachy
That's
Pumpkin.
Patrice O'Neill.
No.
What's the Pulaski girl we were talking about?
Wasn't it
Jen
Peachy
Psaki, too?
Paterno? Peachy Paterno.
Paterno, Peachy Paterno.
Peachy Paterno. Tim, British or American comedies?
If the British comedy's any good, it'll be American comedy in 3 years. American comedy.
Good point.
Smokey likes it when the British are coming, though, I understand.
Especially on horseback. He's a horse girl.
Smokey likes it bare. His horse is bareback. Giddy up.
He's never said nay to a horse ride.
Jesus Christ.
Saddle me up.
I thought Mark was gonna say about the horse that he didn't like it rough. I was like,
You didn't think Mark knew what sound a horse made?
yep. Like he started that sentence, and I heard him saying the horse likes it rough.
What's a little bestiality amongst friends, okay?
The horse likes it rough.
Oh my god.
Oh, my.
I will go.
It explains Ryan's horse cock obsession.
Yes.
I will go.
I do like a ring baloney.
I do. It's delicious. I will go American comedies as well. Next one, animated comedy: Shrek versus Toy Story.
Boy, I just laughed so hard at both of these. Toy Story.
Smoke's upset.
Matt.
Toy Story.
Mark.
I think I liked Shrek more because Lauren was just little and she used to enjoy watching that.
All
No, I
right.
think that was Shrek 2 she really was watching. I think that's the first movie she saw in the theater.
Are you serious?
Yes.
All right.
Shrek 2, huh?
Tim.
Right.
I 100% agree that Toy Story is the better movie, but I think Shrek's the better comedy.
Okay.
Yes.
Shrek is funnier. That's true.
Yeah, like there's definitely more.
Yeah, on that
I think-
premise, Shrek is more of a comedy. I agree.
Yeah, Shrek is
Toy
funnier.
Story 1 is the first Toy Story. More than
what Matt tried to say.
gags in there.
But Mark, did you trade internet routers with Matt this week?
Yes, we were swapping.
Did he
What's the
trade you
bet?
his internet for your super box?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll probably. Yeah, I think I would go with Shrek from the comedy standpoint as well. I mean, I enjoyed the Shrek movies. As movies as a whole, I'd go Toy Story, but comedy, yeah. Stand-up comedians turned actors: Eddie Murphy versus Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey for Ace Ventura alone. I did like Eddie Murphy stand up much more though. I never really cared for Jim Carrey stand up, but as an actor, I like Jim Carrey films more. Oh, the nutty.
It's a tough.
Yeah, Jim Carrey. God damn it, that's
Oh,
tough.
I go Jim
The more I
Carrey.
talk about it, the harder it gets.
That's what she said.
You've heard that a few times. He's used that line on the ladies.
Matt.
I'm gonna go like drama films more. I think.
Oh,
Give it The Office.
what did? Try again. We lost you there.
All right, I'm not working this week.
All right. We'll see Matt next month.
Oh, poor Matt.
Mark, Eddie Murphy or Jim Carrey?
I'm sorry Matt left us. I got to go with Drew Carey. Because Cleveland rocks.
Tim.
I don't. Okay, this is another like me being a rules jerk. I don't remember any Jim Carrey stand up.
Yeah, long before he was well on In Living Color. Before that, he was.
He did do stand up. It was. Yeah, I don't think it was like super popular. He became popular because of In Living Color.
Right. I know that. That's why I'm like, but I don't remember him being.
But yeah, he did.
stand-up.
He did.
Yeah.
He did start his career.
Mark, you said Cleveland Rocks. Do you know what band performed that?
That
song?
was the Presidents of the United States.
Very good. I figured you would know that. You would know that sort of knowledge.
Oh, I'm very knowledgeable.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, boys.
Knowledge.
Yeah, he did stand up in like Toronto, in the late 70s. Before moving to LA. And where he continued, he did continue his
Move to law.
his
Fucking
comedy
in
career
LA.
there as well.
Fucking in LA.
But Tim, did you give your answer for that one? Did you go?
I'm probably gonna go with Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
What was the fat Eddie Murphy movie with the fats, the clumps? What was that? Was that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that
What was
the,
that one?
Meet the Clumps.
Yeah.
No.
It wasn't the Nutty
Which was-
Professor, was it?
It was
The
a
Clumps.
spin-off of the Nutty Professor.
Okay. So yeah, it started with the Nutty Professor, and then
Oh yeah, Nutty Professor.
then they did the
Yes.
clumps. Like I
So that
think
was a Nutty Professor film, like Nutty Professor 2. Is that what that was?
No, so Meet the Clumps was its own franchise. I
Wait,
thought
was it called Meet the Clumps?
oh no, Nutty Professor 2, the clumps.
and then Meet
Oh,
Clumps.
the Clumps.
Smokey, you had the clumps once, didn't you, in grade school?
I knew that was.
You weren't allowed to go back till it cleared up.
It cleared up pretty quick. I had the ointment.
Let's see. Let me pull up his.
Smokey had the clumps.
I'll pull up his old filmography here.
Boy, Eddie Murphy has some hits, though. I mean, Beverly Hills Cop, Coming to America, Shrek's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, that's right. I forgot he was in Shrek.
He was donkey.
Donkey.
He was all of them.
Yeah, no, he did Nutty Professor 2, the clumps, and then he didn't do any more clump movies after that.
He was done with the clumps. He got the clumps out of
Done
his
with the Clumps.
He did some more Dr. Doolittle stuff.
Doctor. Yeah. Okay.
God, man, this is a tough one. I'll probably go Jim Carrey because I think I know I've watched more. Or, man, yeah,
I feel like I've watched a ton of Jim Carrey movies.
I've watched a ton of Jim Carrey movies. I've also watched a bunch of Eddie Murphy movies, but I'll go Jim Carrey. This one was the hardest one so far. Spoof movies, Best in Show or This Is Spinal Tap?
I've only seen This Is Spinal Tap, so I'd have to go with that one.
All right, Mark.
What was the first one? The Best in Show.
Best in Show.
I don't think I've seen either.
I believe that.
Mark,
So
you would enjoy Spinal Tap.
You would
I hope I never
absolutely
get-
enjoy This Is Spinal Tap.
I
Maybe
think
I'll
you'd
look it up.
also enjoy Best in Show, though.
I think you would too.
I might have to look both up.
It's about
Dog shows.
dog shows. Yeah.
Now you're talking. Can I borrow
Mark
your
loves
Netflix
it.
account?
Mark loves a good dog show.
I do like dog shows. I like dogs, okay?
Tim.
I'm gonna go Best in Show.
Yeah, I think I am too. Best in Show, so fucking good. Cult classics: The Big Lebowski versus Napoleon Dynamite.
Big Lebowski. At least that was funny.
Oh.
Mark.
I don't get the fascination with Napoleon Dynamite, I'll be honest with you. So I'll go with the large Valboski.
Tim.
I'm going to. I'm gonna say Napoleon Dynamite.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I like Napoleon Dynamite, but it is 100% The Big Lebowski. I almost said Valboski. Thanks, Mark.
I got you, Rainbow Jimmies.
Yeah, Napoleon Dynamite. I feel like it was like you either got it or you didn't, and like you either loved it or hate it. Like it was just
It's more quotable in my head. Like there are more things that I remember from Napoleon Dynamite than there are things that I remember from.
What is the most quotable movie? No, never mind. All right. What is more entertaining, romantic comedy or slapstick comedy?
Ryan.
You can't slap it now. Let's do. I don't know. I'm old. I'm 40. I'll do rom-coms.
All right, Mark.
I like to slap my stick.
Ooh.
Tim.
I'm going to rom-com. I love to cry. I love to laugh. Jennifer Lopez is hilarious.
Yeah, when I was younger, I think the answer would have been slapstick, but I think now it's definitely rom-com. Do you have a favorite rom-com?
Mrs. Big Jim's changed you.
I don't think that's a rom-com.
I love 50 First Dates.
It's so good.
Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are like my dream team. I still have like a crush on Drew Barrymore.
Oh yes,
So I've got 100%.
Absolutely.
You've had a crush on-
especially now.
For sure.
Why not?
Drew now.
Today.
Absolutely.
Today.
You wouldn't have a choice.
Today.
Smokey's
Mark.
had a crush on her since E.T.
That's not true.
Mark.
I didn't even know she was in NT until like maybe 15 years ago.
She's not even 50.
Shut up,
Young
really?
lady. No.
She's 49 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yo, we got her for at least another 30.
Awesome.
Awesome.
I loved her in Fever Pitch. She's so good.
Yeah.
Timeless.
I can't think of a movie I didn't like her in.
Now, Mark, do you have a favorite rom-com?
Favorite rom-com? Let me think here. Yeah, The Wedding Singer was good. Speaking of Drew and Sandler.
Yeah, there's such a good team.
Sandman.
Oh,
I like
Sandman.
Blended. It's not Drew
Blended.
Barrymore.
Who was in Blended? Was that Jennifer Lopez?
Jennifer Aniston.
Or Jennifer Aniston? You
Yeah.
said Jennifer Lopez, right? Earlier today?
I did say Jennifer
I was
Lopez.
gonna say, I'm wondering how Jennifer Lopez crept into my mind there. Yeah.
Made in Manhattan's pretty good.
Oh my God. Oh, reading this gives me heartburn. I saw somebody said that Skyline Chili is now offering breakfast.
Awesome.
So you can get a breakfast coney, which is a sausage link covered with chili, an egg, mustard, diced onions, and shredded cheddar cheese on a steamed bun.
Oh my God.
You can get a bagel sandwich, sausage or bacon with egg and cheese on a buttered bagel with a side of chili ranch. You can get a breakfast chilito, which is Skyline chili, egg, hash browns, and shredded cheddar cheese in a soft tortilla with a side of chili ranch. You can get a toasted bagel with cream cheese or peanut butter, hash brown side. You can get a breakfast burrito, which is sausage or bacon, egg, cheese, hash browns, and shredded cheese in a soft tortilla with a side of chili ranch.
It's soft tortilla.
Or the
I'm getting hungry.
the breakfast way, hash brown coins topped with Skyline chili and shredded cheddar cheese.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, the breakfast way sounds real good. Let's go to Ohio.
Top me.
Ohio.
Smokey's getting heartburn just thinking about this.
Yeah, that one. I felt that one. Tim, did you have a favorite rom-com?
Of all the times, that's a better.
All
question.
the times, yeah.
Is there a rom-com that I will watch? Because that's what I'm basing it off of, right? Like, you know what? For the lulls, I'm gonna say Hitch.
Dude, Hitch is good.
Is that Will Smith?
Yeah,
Yep.
Will Smith and Fat Kevin James and
Eva
Mendez.
Eva Mendes.
You could have just said Kevin James. We would have understood the fat part.
Well, he was funnier when he was fat.
He did lose a little bit of weight, I suppose.
Do you guys do the thing when a fat celebrity is no longer fat, we just assume Ozempic?
Now, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That's what they're saying about Tua.
What's that?
About Kelly Clarkson.
How Tua's showing up to training camp and he's like really slimmed out.
Oh yeah.
And like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle have been like, yeah, man, I don't like skinny Tua. I need fat Tua back. And they're like, it's got to be Ozempic, right?
Right. That's what I assume no matter what. My favorite rom-com of all time is How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Uh-huh.
I'm a sucker
You did
for
that back
one.
in college.
I did.
You went on that hike.
Yeah.
Squirrel
You lost
Master
it.
wasn't seen for a week.
Sure wasn't. All right. Best comedy director, Mel Brooks versus Judd Apatow.
Who?
Boy, I'll tell you what, you can't. I don't know
Says
if you
enough.
can make Mel Brooks movies today. I'll go
No.
Judd Apatow.
Mark.
I got to stick with Mel Brooks because I'm old school, because I'm an old fool
Who's so cool.
who's so cool.
Tim.
Judd Apatow had a run.
Did?
He did.
He had a run. Because he's the Will Ferrell guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
now
if
we know
Will
why Mark
Ferrell-
didn't pick him.
Right. If you had a Will
100%.
Ferrell movie, that's a Judd Apatow hit. And Judd Apatow did a bunch of other stuff that wasn't with Will Ferrell.
True.
Like, was Judd the original Sandman director or no? Like for Adam Sandler.
I believe he might have been.
But like Judd's probably got way more hits than Mel Brooks. Now, Mel's got the classics, but I'm going Judd.
Judd didn't direct all of the Will Ferrell movies. He was producing a lot of them.
Yeah, he was more producer.
Okay.
He directed 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
Directed Knocked Up, Funny People, This Is 40, Trainwreck, May It Last, The King of Staten Island, and The Bubble.
I don't know, he was
Okay.
a producer on Superbad.
Yeah, as a producer, Crossing the Bridge, Cable Guy, Anchorman, Talladega Nights, Superbad, Drillbit Taylor, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Step Brothers, Year One, Get Him to the Greek, Bridesmaids, Wanderlust, 5-Year Engagement, Begin Again, Anchorman 2, Pee-wee's Big Holiday, Pop Star, Never Stopping, The Big Sick, Juliet Naked, Bros, and Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain.
Oh, he wrote Walk Hard. Okay, I knew he was involved with Walk Hard too.
He wrote and produced
love
Walk
Walk
Hard.
That's hilarious.
He wrote Don't Mess with the Zohan.
Oof, that was a
In my
dud.
dreams, you're blowing me.
He
Some kisses.
he produced
Have
Pineapple
you guys watched
Express.
The Bubble?
I never have.
It's on Netflix. You don't have to watch it. It
Okay.
is dreadful.
He wrote Heavyweights. There's a tie back to a
Great
couple
show.
weeks ago. God darn, that's a lot of hitters, man.
It's gotta go Judd there.
I love Mel Brooks so much, man, but I gotta go Judd.
Let's do it in ways that make us feel good. And you know that's Pam, right?
It is. That is Pam.
That's Pam Beasley.
The moment Walk Hard was hilarious. The moment that absolutely broke me in that movie is when he is preparing for his last concert, the big comeback concert. And he with the Tim Meadows was trying to get him to do Viagra, and he leaves the room and he comes out into the hallway and the Temptations are there singing. And he screams, "Nah, the Temptations!" And I had to pause the movie because I was dying laughing at that part.
I'm sad that it took you until 5 minutes before the movie's over to find the most hilarious part for you.
Oh, dude. I mean, all of it was fucking hilarious. Like, I love that movie. But it just
The music's great.
Oh, the music's fantastic. I own the soundtrack.
I'm guilty as charged.
It was so good. All right. Mockumentary Madness, Borat versus What We Do in the Shadows.
There's another guy that I've appreciated more lately. I think
Taika?
social media with Sacha Baron Cohen. Borat, those little clips, like TikTok length clips of Borat just fucking with people. I'd have to go with Borat.
Holy cats. Jimmy, I guess I'll have to go Borax because they have a 20 mule team. And they get my laundry smelling so clean.
No, Mark.
Thank
you
you.
know damn well that's not right.
They have 20 mules.
Well, that's correct.
Borax.
The mule's her.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Tim.
Moscow Mule.
I'm gonna go Sacha Baron Cohen too. I love Taika Waititi just as much as the next guy. I think What We Do in the Shadows is a better TV show than a movie. Yeah, man.
But what do we do in the shadows? That's the real question.
It's about zombies. It's pretty, or not zombies. It's about vampires. It's pretty cool. They're pretty funny.
I've not seen that either.
It is. Watch the TV show. It's funny. It's funny. I'm still watching it. I'm nowhere near done.
Yeah, I've only seen Borat out of these, so I would have to go Borat by default. What brings more laughter, TV sitcoms or comedy films?
TV sitcoms. I want a long story.
All right.
Television situation comedies, Jimmy.
All right.
Should be rainbows.
Tim.
What's the question again?
What brings more laughter? Sitcoms, TV sitcoms, or comedy movies?
I would say sitcoms
Yeah, I would agree.
because there's a laugh track.
That's true. Well, and I
Like
mean,
in movies, I don't necessarily know where to laugh, but in a TV show, they're like, "Oh, hit the button."
well, and also, I mean, if you have a comedy movie, like, Walk Hard. It's what? How long is Walk Hard? It is
An hour 45, maybe.
96 minutes. So a little over an hour and a half. Once Walk Hard's over, Walk Hard's over. A TV sitcom, I understand, is a 22-minute episode, but you have 22 episodes of those.
Right. It's
So
coming back
just
for
by
you.
sheer math, it gets more laughs. Cinematic universes: the Cornetto trilogy versus the Hangover trilogy. I have no
the
idea.
Hangover trilogy, because it's the only one I've heard of.
I was never even heard of the Cornetto trilogy.
Jim Cornette.
Yes, Mark.
I would love to know what the Cornetto trilogy is.
There's
Yeah.
got to be the Hangovers, though. Hello.
The first Hangover was good. The last Hangover was not.
The Cornetto, the three flavors Cornetto is Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End.
That one. That
It's
one.
still the Hangover.
Yeah, I think I've only
Yes.
seen Shaun of the Dead out of those.
Hot Fuzz is hilarious.
Hot
I actually
Fuzz?
saw it in theater.
So I would have to go. Hangover.
Hot Fuzz was really funny when it was called Super Troopers.
Couldn't be me.
Comedy remakes: Ghostbusters 1984 versus Ghostbusters 2016.
1984.
Like, how's that even a question?
Yeah, please. 84, nothing.
I don't know, man. Kate McKinnon was not in the 84 movie.
That's okay.
And that's why we said 1984.
Nah, man. I said Kate McKinnon, not Amy Poehler.
No, they're all the
I
same.
mean, I like Kate McKinnon, but
I do too. I like Kate McKinnon a lot.
84 easy. Last one: Battle of Frat Comedies, Old School versus Step Brothers.
Oh,
Damn it. Step Brothers.
they both have that Will Ferrell bastard in it, don't they?
Yes.
I don't want either. Ferrell bastard.
Is Step Brothers a frat comedy?
Not at all.
No.
Like, it should be Animal House versus Old School. But I'm still taking Step Brothers because I think Old School sucks.
Really?
And I'm sorry if that upsets you.
I am upset.
I ain't
I
upset
hate
at all,
it.
Tim.
I am
I hate it.
upset.
Honestly, if it's Old
my
School
boy.
versus Animal
I hate
House,
it.
I'm taking Old School.
Oh no, I'm taking Animal House over Old School.
Old School's so fucking good.
I would take Old School over Van Wilder.
Oh, easy.
I take Pitch Perfect over all of it.
Get the fuck out of here.
I would
Heel.
too, absolutely.
You're
Fuck
both
outta
heels.
here.
100%.
What are you doing?
Mark, you're my boy, Blue.
Age to hear the sounds.
Oh.
What is that?
Yeah, because she believes me.
Nah, I was even gonna fucking hit you.
Yeah,
Go
she
fuck
was-
yourself.
She's always been a Ryan Reynolds soundboard.
God, man, Tim with the hard heel turn at the end.
Well, I said I'm sorry if it upsets you.
Man. Didn't see that one
I
coming.
mean it.
Didn't see
I
that
mean
one
it.
coming.
I
Never
mean
see
it.
it coming.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry that your taste buds are that bad.
No, get that.
Yes.
Let me get rid of this first page of my book here real quick.
Yeah, let's finish
We've
that
only got
off.
a couple more.
Knock it out.
Number 10. What's the most used app on your phone?
Whoa,
Jim, we know Feet Finder. Mark, you?
you motherfucker.
Probably Facebook.
It'd be Twitter for me.
Facebook. That sounds right for the old guy on the podcast.
Yes, it's not Snapchat. It's for the young kids.
Mark, you shouldn't be on Snapchat.
Well,
Oh.
you shouldn't be eating feet.
Messages.
Like the Facebook Messenger messages.
No, like my messenger app. But if Instagram, Instantgram.
You're an Insta guy. Okay.
So when I became a TikTok man, I have enjoyed Instagram for their for their reels.
Okay.
I know it's just Facebook, but
Yeah,
I like
well,
that it's I
fucking hate you.
it's TikTok, but it's not TikTok.
all the money goes to the same guy.
Jeffrey,
Oh, mercy.
I guess I'm a Facebooker as well.
Yeah, smoke.
Probably
You're an
more
old
than
man.
anything.
we're
I'm
starting
right
to get
there
to that
with you.
age.
Yeah, I am. I admit it.
You're not 40 yet, are you, Smokey? Did you turn
I am
40.
40.
Last year?
Yeah, 40 last year.
Holy cats. We're in the
I
same
guess,
decade.
I think, was it last week I said about Trump could rebrand Truth Social? Was that last week?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was that earlier tonight?
that was earlier tonight.
Earlier
It
today?
was earlier tonight.
Thursday. That was earlier Thursday
Thursday?
tonight.
It was Thursday, not Tuesday. I guess he could call it Only Clans as well if he wanted to. He could
Oh,
brand it to Only Clans.
I think that's a great
Don't
idea.
be rude.
Oh, that's
What was,
good.
China.
what was your favorite class when you were in high school?
oh.
China.
China class was good.
I don't think that's a real class.
In high
Donald.
school, broadcasting.
Yeah, for me too as well. Broadcasting for sure.
Man, you guys are lucky. I didn't have that type of class.
Well, no, you had arithmetic because everybody was just learning how numbers for the first time.
Hey, you got that right. We had it right in cursive, too.
Was
I wrote
that
in cursive.
was that hard to write in cursive, chiseling on stone?
It was very difficult.
Oh, I believe that.
Very, very difficult.
Now, what
Mr.
time did you
Paul
guys
is-
get out of school, Mark? Was it when the sundial cast a shadow to the right side or
It was about a quarter to the left.
quarter to the left? Okay.
It was time to go. I like history. Because that's not where I want to
Well, it's
be.
because you lived it.
Yes.
You are it.
I am. I'm living history right here. Living history.
For
Tim,
over
you can answer
50
this?
years.
We can get off this topic real quick.
For 50 years.
Do you have any
I'll
more?
give
Do you have
it
any
a
more,
try.
Ryan, or
Doing
do we
this.
clear the page?
I got a few more. I'm almost
I
done.
didn't give my answer.
Oh,
wait,
sorry.
God
Tim.
bless America.
So my favorite class was a class on the films of. Oh, is this high school classes?
High school, yes,
That's-
sir, not
high
college.
It's
Right.
absolutely lunch.
High school.
That's not
Ah.
my class.
Taco
I had to
Tuesday,
take
baby.
it. I had to
Fair
take
point.
it just like
That's
I
a
had to
fair
take
point.
English and whatever else.
That's where Tim
Frankly.
learns the most about life.
It is.
What's your least favorite genre of music?
Hmm.
Least favorite genre of music.
Might piss more people off. I don't care.
Fish. The band Fish is my least favorite type of music.
Okay, so we will say jam bands.
Old jam bands, because I do enjoy a Dave
Yeah.
Matthews.
Oh,
Ugh,
I don't
get the
listen
fast
to him
man.
regularly, but like I was a Dave kid in high school.
He was.
very
no,
sorry.
I
I would have
knew it.
hated you in high school.
Nope, not a Dave Matthews fan, not at all. Nope. Nope.
Mark, least favorite genre of music? Dave Matthews Band?
Dave Matthews man genre. I don't get it. It's more. Get out of here with that garbage.
I liked him better as Blues Traveler.
Yes. They always gave you the runaround, though, Tim.
They did.
But it's okay.
Blues Traveler released a ton of albums. It wasn't just that one, believe it or not.
Nah, man, that's it.
It was 4, right? It was Hook and Runaround.
It was John Popper.
Yeah, that's it.
Playing the harmonica.
Mark has to answer. Or he said Dave Matthews Band, which is not a genre of music. It's a band.
All right, I'll go with ska.
Oh, no.
What has ska done to you?
Not the Mighty Boss Tones.
All right, how about I'll go with jazz. I don't really like jazz.
Oh, what did Duke Ellington ever do to you?
Jazz is 100% the right answer.
I have a different answer.
Let's hear it.
People will hate me.
I want people to get pissed off.
I don't like it's multiple forms of it, but I don't like super heavy, screamy, triple pedal rock.
Like Slayer.
Rock doesn't exist.
Don't like Slayer.
Yeah, I'm not a death thrash guy.
Don't like thrash.
Don't talk about Pantera. It's Mark's favorite band.
Thrash.
Don't go there.
Like fucking what's the fucking band that somebody just made me try? Crowbar.
I've never even heard of that band.
All right,
Crowbar. Can't do it. Couldn't do it.
All right. Any more, Smoker?
How are you going to say you don't like thrash metal and then act like you're a fucking Metallica fan? They're
Because
like one of the pillars of thrash metal.
Yeah.
It's
but
like
they're
them,
also pop.
Slayer, Megadeth, and like Anthrax. Thrash metal.
No. It is Metallica. Metallica is O.J. Simpson. Metallica is Michael Jordan. Like, Metallica is above them, and all those other bands you just named wishes they were Metallica.
Because Metallica left the thrash genre to release albums like Load and Reload.
Yes. And there's a reason why most of my Metallica albums that I love start with the Black Album and then go Load and Reload and Garage Inc.
Oh my God, that's fair. I didn't know that about you.
Load.
Let's get you and EJ on a podcast and talk about this.
I know. It's like we haven't done before.
There would be raining blood. A few more. Do you have any tattoos? And if not, would you ever get a tattoo?
No, yes.
Have a tattoo, want more tattoos.
More tattoos. Just like a tattoo. You know, it's funny. I was just thinking about this on Thursday. Thursday, the day I came home early.
Died laughing.
He said it was funny. So.
It was funny. I would consider it a tattoo.
Mark, let's go get a tattoo while your kids are out of the town.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't that be wild? They go nuts.
That'd be amazing. I feel like if you did that, Lauren would be so upset that you got one without her being there.
Yeah, I'm surprised she doesn't have one yet.
I'm actually kind of surprised too, if we're being honest.
My Boy
That
Scout.
you know. I have tattoos.
I didn't want to say it.
I do have tattoos, and I want more.
Tattoos.
2 more.
Okay? So for Jim and Ryan, follow-up question as we're running out of time on this Tuesday. You want another tattoo? Do you know what you want, and do you know where you want it?
I do. I want a cover up actually of a tattoo I got that was just kind of like 2 random ones. Has no meaning to me. I would like to get an octopus kind of on my shoulder going down some sort of nautical scene to cover up these 2 tattoos, which are just kind of random tattoos, but some sort of octopus, maybe shape this into like an anchor or something like that. Something
Nautical.
oceany, beachy, nautical related.
Okay.
Not nautical stars though.
I want to get Skip's paw print on my left forearm because I held him in my left arm when I got him.
Oh, little Skippy.
So I took his. I do have his paw print that I want to get done.
I remember you cut his paw off before you took him into.
I did.
Just sitting in a jar.
It's just being preserved.
I'm gonna need this later.
I'm gonna need that too.
Speaking of cutting off pet parts, Do you like horror movies?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Nope.
Love it.
I don't like all
Mark
of
says.
them. I don't like all of them, but I do like some of them.
There are times where I'm like, God, I just want to watch something, and I'll jump on Netflix, and that's usually a pretty top recommendation is like horror movies for me because I've watched enough on the Netflix, so I do enjoy them. The last one, if you could have lunch with any president, past or present, who do you choose and why?
I think George W. Bush would have been a riot. Like now, can I get W today?
You could get W today, yeah.
I want 2024's George W. Bush.
Where he's just like looking at Obama like,
It's like you're only black man I love. Like just like literally just like him and Barack. Like when they do the family reunion at the White House, they're walking in hand. Like I love that 33 and 30 or 43 and 44 are like this.
Oh yeah, man.
Like they love.
I mean,
each
George
other.
W. Bush probably is probably the right answer. Like I just imagine that scene in like Harold and Kumar, the second one, when like they crash through W's like the roof of his like shack. He's just in there smoking weed. Like I just assume that's George W. Bush.
today. Yeah.
Like post presidency George
Just
W.
Willie
Bush.
Nelson.
Just that's all he is. Just with like
Willie Nelson with better security.
yeah.
Yep, that's it.
Amazing.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to say to you exactly how it popped into my head. JFK, because I'd love to pick his brain. That literally, and it wasn't meant to be funny, because literally I'd love to talk to the man, because I'm fascinated by his presidency.
I wouldn't go to that parade.
I would not, yeah, I'd be like, hey man, maybe.
Too bad it didn't rain that day.
Maybe just
You could tell George W. Bush, I wouldn't go read at that school tomorrow.
good.
Oh, no, I love the fact that he read at that school.
Oh yeah, no.
Okay.
Him reading at the
No.
school was
Awesome.
awesome.
The whole thing sucked. But like him getting the, like reading,
Like him
books
like
to
reading and
elementary
then like
school
the guy
kids.
whispering and him just like,
Oh no, we're doing a press conference right here.
This is
He's
wild.
like, you got to go.
he's like, man, Dad didn't tell me it'd be stuff like this.
Yeah, I would go to that parade.
But no.
Oh, I know you would
Oh,
want to
you absolutely would. But no,
Today?
I'm fascinated by the Kennedy presidency and like what could have been if he didn't get assassinated and everything. Like I think that is such a pivotal presidency in our history. Like because honestly though, like if you look at the Kennedy presidency, I don't think it was if he had just not been assassinated, I don't think people look at the Kennedy presidency as favorably. Like we got going to the moon because it was like we want to do this because it was John F. Kennedy's vision, and there was things that happened because of what happened to him that I just don't know. Yeah, it's and I'd love to just talk to him because I think he was such a different type of president than we ever had before.
He seems like he's very well liked. My mother was a huge fan of him.
Oh, most Kennedys are.
Most
Well liked.
some, not so much.
I'd probably go with FDR. Talk to him about WW2.
Old Delano.
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 What would you want to talk about?
Well, I'd like
The
to
hows
know.
and whys or the
Yeah, the hows and
Tell me-
whys.
Tell me how polio works.
Tell me all about FDR. The hows and whys, why we got in there. Do you know what was going to happen? I want to know. I want answers.
You can write a book then.
Yes.
I think. I mean, the first president I voted for was the round with George W. Bush. I think Bush would be a hoot as well. Not to steal Tim's answer, but really for every reason Tim has, I think W would be just a fun sit down. We'd go to catch like a Rangers game and have a beer.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like he's probably, like, him and Obama are probably two of the realest dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they are probably the two most like hangoutable presidents
Yeah.
we've ever had.
I mean, there's probably some older ones that aren't crossing our minds. Like George
In their time.
Washington was probably legit. Like when he was like a young redhead,
Right.
right? Washington was probably a badass.
But back then, too, like, everybody was like a soldier, right?
Right.
Right. He was
So-
general. He had slaves.
Unless you like hearing about the military all the time, he's probably not. He could probably throw him back, but
But honestly, with those earliest presidents, like everybody that came over here was kind of a soldier. Like all the men were, because you literally just fought to be a country. But anyway, was that the last one?
That was it. That was it.
Oh, that's it, Smoke. You did the book.
All right, boys, that was good. That was good.
Well, be darned.
Anybody got anything else they want to?
Yeah, just we're still celebrating Pride Month this month. Love your neighbors, things of that nature. Happy Juneteenth tomorrow.
Yes.
Juneteenth. So
Late this
know,
year.
It's nope. I
Nope,
think
it's the
19th
same day
all the
every year,
time.
Mark.
Fairly certain it's always the 19th. But if you're not familiar or are uncomfortable with these things, that's okay to like take time out of your day and make sure you're educated with what these mean. They may not mean much to you directly, but take the time out of your day and educate yourself a little bit.
And ultimately, even if you don't do that, you should. I think you should. I think it is a good thing. But even if you don't like educate yourself, like just don't be an asshole. Like you let people be themselves.
Right. If
And-
it's not for you, it's not for you. That's fine.
Yeah,
That's totally
if
fine.
a Pride festival is not for you, don't attend a Pride festival.
that seems pretty easy. There,
Like
Jim.
here's the thing. I am generally not a parade guy. I do not really care for parades. So like 4th of July, we have a big celebration here in our town.
Huge.
I do not attend the 4th of July parade. I do not attend the Halloween parade.
Well, that's because you're woke.
Well, I mean, obviously. But
You're
yeah,
too
like
woke.
it's
But right. If you don't want to see Halloweeny stuff, going to a Halloween parade would be a bad mistake.
correct. Yeah. Yeah, it's
But- That doesn't mean other people can't celebrate Halloween and have a fun time on Halloween.
bingo. I'm not going.
Right.
I am not going to go and protest a Halloween parade.
Well, that would just be silly, Jim.
It would just be silly, wouldn't
See
it?
do you hear how silly that sounds?
Right. Like I'm going to take
Protest
time
the
out of
Halloween
my
parade.
day, and I'm going to yell at the people just enjoying this Halloween parade, this festive celebration.
Fuck you, you Hallow bigot.
Remember, everybody, we are not going to be. We're not going to do a show this Thursday.
Are you serious?
No show this
Oh,
Thursday.
No bears.
We may drop a new show next Tuesday. We'll see how that works out. There will be some content hitting the podcast feed. Oh, excuse me. Hitting the podcast
You see
feed.
the podcast feed?
No, I did not.
I heard what I heard. Mark, what did you hear?
No,
Yes, I heard podcast feet.
You
no.
all heard it.
Just can't stop thinking about footses. Feet.
But there will be content hitting the feed. Like, subscribe, share, spread the word, please. Just let people know about us. And if you think somebody would enjoy the show. Otherwise, head over to tpublic.com. And until we talk to you again, stay safe, stay smart, and as always, go for the pin.
You know, what if somebody finishes a match with a submission? They don't always have to go for the pin.
I mean,
Go for the
As a
tap out.
Bret Hart fan, you'd think.
You don't even give them an option.
they don't have a choice.
Oh,
Doesn't even have a choice.
ring the bell.